Srimate Ramanujaya Namaha, Srimad Varavara Munaye Namaha, Srimad Lokarya Mahagurave Namaha. The Thiruppavi's second Pasuram starts with Vayyattu Valvirgal Namum Nam Pavaikku. In this Pasuram, she talks about Kritya Akritya Vivekam. That is, knowing what to do, what not to do, and following that. Keeping up with our theme of enjoying the references in the Thiruppavi commentary about Sri Ramayanam, let's start looking at some of them. Andal starts with Vayyattu Valvirgal. That means, oh, those who live in this world. She's praising them. She's praising them for living in this world. And that's because even though this world is supposed to be one that is full of misery and suffering, there is another side to it. And the other side of the world is that here is where you can witness the various divine attributes, the divine qualities, the Kalyana Gunams of Emperuman. And it is in this world that Emperuman chooses to show all of this. He does not have the need to show any of his gunams like Kripa, Daya, etc. in the Paramapadam or in the Sri Vaikuntham. Because there everybody is perfect, everything is perfect. There is no need to be kind to anyone, to be compassionate, to forgive, to do any of that in Paramapadam. Whereas in this world is filled with people that have deficiencies. And only if they have deficiencies are you able to forgive and forget those deficiencies, ain't it? So that is why this Bhulokam, in some sense, is considered even better, because here is where you are able to experience those Kalyana Gunams of Emperuman. Where has this been done in the past? Well, the first one is about Hanuman. At the end of Sri Rama's period, Hanuman's period, when Hanuman is about to leave, at that time when Rama is about to leave back to Paramapadam, he calls Hanuman, and at that time Hanuman says, no, I don't want to go to Paramapadam, I don't want to go to Sri Vaikuntham. I want to be here in this world and with this body. Because this body is the one that received your embrace. You embraced me in this body. And here I would keep thinking about and meditating upon your Kalyana Gunams. My mind, O my Lord Rama, does not go towards that Sri Vaikunthanatha. Such is Hanuman's word. The next one is the word of Sumitra Devi. When Lakshmana is about to leave to the forest along with Sri Rama and Sri Sita Pirati, Sumitra says, O Lakshmana, consider the forest as Ayodhya. Henceforth, Ayodhya is where Rama is, or Ayodhya, for them, Ayodhya is where Rama is all the time. But she says, henceforth, consider that as the country, and the Ayodhya city that does not have the bhagyam of having Rama at the time, that is the real forest. Ayodhyam Atavim Vidhi is her statement. These are references from Sri Ramayanam for Vayyattu Valvirgal. Moving ahead in the same Pasuram, Andal says, Nam Pavaikku. She's talking about the Vratam, the Pavai Nonbu that she's enacting as being observed. So this Pavai Nonbu is one that is for the benefit of everybody. Unlike the Yagams and the Yajnams and the Anushanams that Ravana's son Indrajit had. What Indrajit did was to be able to vanquish, to defeat the Devatas, to be able to advance his evil powers. Unlike that, Andal's Vratam and Nonbu here is for the betterment of everybody. Next, Natkale Niradi. Natkale Niradi means purifying shower, taking a purifying shower at the dawn. Now, the reference for this is from Lakshmana. Lakshmana is talking about taking a bath in the river, and he's talking about how the place is conducive versus not conducive. And at that time, his thoughts are drawn back to Bharata. He wonders, oh, it must be so cold in the Sarayu now. And Bharata, who is raised with all the luxuries and the comforts, how would he bear this? How would he bear to go and take a bath in the frigid river Sarayu? What Lakshmana does not realize is that Bharata is in anguish. He's burning inside. He's burning inside that if he goes and takes a dip in the frigid Sarayu river, the river might start boiling. That's how much anguish Bharata has. So that is a reference to Natkale Niradi. The next one is Seyyadana Seyyom. That means we will not do what has not been observed by our ancestors. And one of the examples for this is how you should approach acharyas and how you should approach the Lord. It's never right for us to go and independently go and approach Emperaman. We should always go with Bhagavatas, with other devotees, because they will show us the right way, the right path, and the right approach. So here, the examples that have been given, the references for Sri Ramayanam that have been given are when Vibhishana comes to surrender. So he comes, he crosses the ocean, and then he's ready to surrender to Sri Rama. But he does not go to Sri Rama directly. He first approaches the Vanaras, the monkeys, the Shugriva, and his army, and he tells them, Nivedayata Mam Kshipram, please go and tell them right away, quickly, that I have come. And who am I? I am one who is the brother of Ravana, one with evil qualities. I have come to surrender unto Rama's holy feet. So he approaches through Sugriva. And this is an example for how you should never approach directly to the Lord, and you should always go through a mediator, and that mediator is called Purushakara. And in this case, for Vibhishana, the people performing the Purushakara Krityam or the act of the Purushakaram is called or Sugriva and his army. And this is per the precedence that has been established by our ancestors. Similarly, when Bharata is offered the kingdom, he refuses to take the kingdom. Because Rama has said that he does not want the kingdom anymore. He is just going to obey the orders of Kaikeyi and Dasharatha. So he gives up the kingdom. And now the kingdom is actually Bharata's. But Bharata cites precedence. He says, we are from a clan, we are from a dynasty where there has never been the practice of the younger one becoming the king when the older one is there. So I will not accept this kingdom. These are examples of references from Sri Ramayanam for Seyyadana Seyyom. The next reference is for Tikkuralai Chendrodom. Tikkuralai Chendrodom means I am not going to go and talk ill about others. The reference from Sri Ramayanam for this one is Sri Sita Pirati, when she was in Ashokavana, she was tortured by all the lady demons, the she demons. After she returned and got united with Sri Rama, never once did she talk about all of the torture. She never mentions anything about the demonesses torturing her. This shows to all of us that we should never ever talk ill about somebody else. Even if we are going to complain to Perumal, we should never do that about other devotees. The next reference is Tuinna Paraman. Parkadalul Payyat Tuinna Paraman is Andal's Sri Sukti or her divine words. And here the focus is on Tuindra Paraman. That is, Paraman is Srimanarayana and he is reclining on Adisesha in the Milky Ocean. And generally, when somebody is asleep, when they are lying down, you cannot really take a look at them. And that's because it's considered inappropriate because they are not in their best form. Like when someone's going for a formal dinner, then they'll be all well dressed and everybody wants to see them. But when they are so casual, then they may not look as nice. And taking it to the other extreme, when they are lying down on the bed, then one will never want to hold that side. And that is all applicable for the normal human beings. But when it comes to Emperaman, the beauty is amplified when he is lying down. And Sri Sita Pirati refers to this when she's talking about the Kakasura Vrittantam. That is, she is talking to Hanuman and recollecting some of the incidents that happened when they were back in Chitrakuta. And when these incidents happened, there were nobody else. So only Rama and Sita Pirati knew about these. And she's recounting those to Hanuman. So Hanuman can go and convey them to Sri Rama to ensure that he indeed did see Sita. Now, when recounting this pastime, she says, "Oh, Lord Rama, was sleeping so beautifully and so peacefully, and I was tortured, I was pecked upon by the crow, by the evil crow. And because of that, Sri Rama was woken up. But his beauty, even while lying down, was so immense that Sita Pirati did not even want to wake him up, amidst other reasons. So, let us enjoy and reflect upon these references between Sri Ramayanam and Thirupavai and try to practice some of these do's and don'ts and spend our time in the right path and direction. Andal Thiruvadigalai Sharanam.